Hi YouTube, this is themthatgots bringing you another video review. This time I have with me my custom set of 80s inspired Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figures from the 2012 Nickelodeon series. I absolutely love these figures. I love making different versions of them. I have been making different versions to sell, and I was going to make these to sell, but to tell you the truth, I love how these came out, and I think that I'm going to have to keep them for my collection. I absolutely love how they came out. I wasn't sure how they were going to come out, but everything worked great and they came out better than expected, and I think I'm going to keep them. If anyone wants to make an offer, feel free. If anyone wants to commission me to make them a set, feel free to do that, but I think this set here is going to stay in my collection. I really like this. My plan was to make dark looking, kind of dingy looking Ninja Turtles based on the original series. I didn't want to do the whole bloody thing that a lot of people do and go way overboard. I don't really like that stuff. But I did want to make them based on the original comic series, and there was two main things that I wanted to do with them. I wanted them to look dark and shadowy, and then the other thing was I wanted them to look as close to identical as possible. The only thing I left different colors on these turtles are the shells, well, the back shell and the front of the shell. Everything else is exactly the same. Exact same skin tone, exact same bandanas. I didn't want them to be as distinct as they are now. So basically what I did was I took the 2012 Ninja Turtles that you can find anywhere right now, and then I took some RIT dye. I wish I had some to show you, but I don't. I should have kept the box. But if you don't know what RIT dye is t-shirt dye. And basically what I did was use the RIT dye and completely dyed the figures head to toe. I dyed them completely black. If you don't know why I did it black, the reason I did them black was because if you're dry brushing an action figure, which is the process that I use for these, you want to have a nice black coat. That way the details come out. Everything in the cracks and you know, every little detail in the sculpt comes out that way. Excuse me. But so what I did was I completely disassembled the figures, took the front of the shell off the back of the shell, took all the arms off, separated all the joints, sanded down all the joints, got everything nice and smooth and cleared away so that there wouldn't be a lot of paint rub, though I didn't really care too much if there was going to be a little bit because, like I said, I made this black, and if anything rubs, it's going to be black underneath, and it's just kind of going to add to that dark tone. But I mean, there is a difference between some acceptable black paint rub and some ugly looking paint rub. But anyways, I reassembled the figures, completely dyed them head to toe, and then I dry brushed. After reassembling them, I dry brushed 3 different kinds of greens onto each turtle. I had a very dark green, a medium green, and then the light green. Excuse me, sorry. So after dry brushing that, basically I just painted the pads brown again, painted the bandanas red. I did have to go back and repaint their eyes and their teeth. I had to paint everything individually, and I did have to paint the white for the like the wraps that they have on their ankles and around their fingers. But what came out is fantastic, better than I had hoped, like I said before, and that's why I think I'm going to keep these guys, because I love them so much. But basically, let me give you a close-up of one just so that I can kind of explain what I did and kind of point things out to you. So here's the Donatello figure. Basically, let me get him in the light better. There we go. Basically, you can see everything kind of has a grimy look to it. It's not a solid green, and that comes from the dry brushing that I did. That's what I was going for. You can see on the bandana it's not solid red. There's, you know, it kind of looks dirty. That's exactly what I wanted. Like I said, I had to go in and repaint the eyes and teeth on all of them. Donatello doesn't have any teeth, but I did the same thing I usually do to bring out the details on the shell and the belt. Just kind of give it that black wash and, you know, color in the straps here and also on the back with the little silver rivets filled in the shell there. But you can see the dry brushing gives it that kind of dingy look, kind of a shadowy look, and it brings out the detail really well. Especially on their legs, you can see all the scratches in the top there. And then on the bottom you can see all the little, especially on this leg here, you can see all the little warts and stuff. I love that. Added the detail on the wraps, and I actually went ahead and painted the bottoms of the feet on these two, not with too much detail, but just enough to get by. Let me give you a close-up of Leonardo so you can see the teeth and the eyes. See, I had to repaint the teeth individually after dyeing everything black, but the result is fantastic. Knocked over the camera. Sorry about that. But I also redid the weapons on these two. Here's Donatello's bow staff. This was just a solid brown before, but I brought out the grain in the wood. I don't know if you can tell on the end there a little bit. And painted the strap here. Here's one of Michelangelo's nunchucks, and I put real chains on it again. And I think this is the best job I've done so far, putting real chains on the nunchucks. Love them with the real chains. Here is one of Raph's sai. And here is Leonardo's katana. And that's about it as far as modding goes. Really quick, I would like to just give a bit of a comparison of each so you can tell what I did as compared to how they came originally. So I'm going to take these here. Here's my Michelangelo on the left. Everything looks really dark, sorry. And here's Michelangelo as he comes, normally. So you can see all the differences there. Put my lights in closer. Sorry, I can't believe how dark this video looks. But you can see what I did there, the differences, how I made everything darker, dingier with that solid green and the red bandana, obviously. And then here's my Raphael on the left. And here's Raphael as he normally comes. Just to get a look at the differences. Here's my Leonardo. And here is Leonardo if you go and buy him at a store. And then lastly, here is my Donatello. And here's a normal store-bought Donatello. All in all, like I said, I think my set came out great. I just wanted to kind of show them off here to see, to let you guys see what I've been doing. And if you want a set, let me know and I'll make a set for you. But like I said, I think this set's going to stay in my collection. But I think they look great, and I just wanted to show you guys. So please rate, comment, and subscribe. And this is Them That Got saying, till next time.